Hi, it's Coach Andrea Dondolo again. Let's talk about personal branding. What is personal branding? What does it do for you? What does it serve? What's its purpose in your life? Who do you become when your personal branding has been activated? Who do you not become when your personal branding is fully activated? Who do people think you become when your personal branding is fully activated? The personal part in the personal branding means that there is something that you personally put in. You personally touch that image and create it. When you put on this earring, why do you put it on? What value is it adding? Or what value is it taking away? Does it add to your gorgeousness? Or does it take away from your gorgeousness? What do people know you about? What do you strive to be known about? Are you known as a weed smoker? Are you known as a cigarette smoker? Are you known as a drunkard? Are you known as an unruly person? What is your personal branding? What are you known for? I once met a lady and she said to me, there is something beautiful about you and your nails. There's my nails. I have a liking for neat nails. I love to do my nails. Manicure them. You can see soon I'm going to have to go for a fill, but they are still there. And these are my natural nails. I'm a naturalista to a certain degree. That is part of my personal brand. I used to have dreadlocks. I no longer have dreadlocks. I reached a point where my brand needed to evolve. My personal brand needed to take another step. I remain true to who I am. And with the personal brand evolving, it meant that I do not go far from what I have always been or who I have always been. I just tweak and pump, and my personal brand is intact. What is your personal brand? Why is it important for you to know what your personal brand is? Why is it important for you to even have a personal brand? Why is it of most importance to develop that personal brand? Remember, the world is not standing still. If you do not evolve, you will be obsolete. It's something that I realized some years ago. I was quite content in Cape Town, living and enjoying my life, and it was just me. Then my son came. And before even my son arrived, I realized there are some things that I needed to change within my personal brand. One of them was to relocate, leave Cape Town, and come and live in Johannesburg. And within that, I got the shock of my life. I've always known that Johannesburg is totally different to Cape Town. How we perceive things and how we do things in Cape Town is another ball game in Johannesburg. And getting here, I then went to my agent. I asked my agent, how do I handle myself within the Joburg environment? And unfortunately for me, he could not really give me something that is concrete. I don't know whether it was intentional or it was just that, or maybe he thought If he then advises me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it means that he has to play a part in that, and he was unwilling to do that. So I realized that part of it is about being active on social media. And there's Twitter, there's Instagram. I had to learn about what Twitter is about. And for my personal brand, as much as I would grow even bigger, I'm not a Twitter person. I've never been for instant gratification. And I find that Twitter is a space where there's a lot of bullying happening. And it's instant. It hits you in the face straight on. I was shooting something, and one of the actors actually showed a fellow actor what was being said about them on Twitter. And we're just about to go into a scene. And two things went through my mind. I wondered if the person, the fellow actor, was aware of what they were doing. Because at that moment, they disrupted the flow of energy for the other actor. The comment was that, this person doesn't do it for me. They're terrible actors. And as a result, I could see, like literally it was like, boom! It hit the other actor. And I understood that it's the culture that when we sit in between doing scenes and doing our work, we engage in social media. But I feel that we forget that some of the people who are engaging in social media, they hide behind the keyboard because no one knows who they are. They've got pseudonames, they've got pseudo personalities. They can get away with anything and everything. And being in the public eye, you then, get caught in that, not realizing that this person, they've got nothing to lose. They're sitting at their job while you are at your job as well. But for us, we are in front of the camera, which means that your personal brand, if it gets affected negatively at that moment, while you have to go and do whatever, something happens. So for me, I protect my personal brand because I feel that just because there's all these modes of communication out there doesn't necessarily mean that they are for me. One day I wish I could have. I know that Twitter is a platform where a lot of things happen, deals are done, and people's lives get ruined as well. Just like that. I've heard of cases where people get so attacked. It's called trolled. They got trolled to the point that there was a young girl who even committed suicide because it gets to that point where you always want to see how many retweets you've had, how many likes and everything. You feed off those, and if you feed off those, they affect you eventually. The same thing with Instagram. Someone recently, a student at UJ actually said, your Instagram is dirty. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, no, you don't have the best pictures. Work on having the best pictures so that your brand can shine. And for me, I was thinking, all right, yes, get your brand on board of everything that is happening, but don't lose yourself in the process. So what is your personal brand? Are you your personal brand? Are you emulating someone? Can you stand out and say, this is me, Andrea Dandala? Coach Andrea Dandala here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. It's Andrea Dandala, and my Facebook page, it's Coach Andrea Dandala. There is a lot of material that you're going to find. Share it with people. Sharing is caring. Later.